Bill of Rights in USA Constitution. 1. Introduction. The U.S. Constitution provides fundamental rights to individuals in the Bill of Rights. Though these were not embodied in the original Constitution, however, they were inserted in it in the shape of first 10 amendments. The Bill of Rights, i.e., the first 10 amendments, were proposed in 1789 and ratified in 1791. 2. Freedom of religion, speech, etc. Amendment 1 in USA Constitution. The First Amendment guarantees the following rights to the citizens of the United States. A freedom of religion. B. Freedom of speech. C. Freedom assembly. D. Freedom of press, and E. Right to petition to the government. This amendment forbids Congress to set up or in any way provides for an established, official church. It has been interpreted to forbid government endorsement of or aid to religious doctrines. Congress may not pass laws limiting worship, speech, or the press, or preventing people from eating peacefully. Congress may not keep people from asking the government, state and federal, for relief from unfair treatment. Note, all the rights protected by this amendment have limits, e.g., the guarantee of freedom of religion does not mean that the government must allow all religious practices. 3. Right to bear arms, Amendment 2 in USA Constitution. The Second Amendment guarantees the right to keep and bear arms to the citizens of United States for their defense. This amendment prohibits only the national government for limiting the right to carry weapons. The amendment was adopted so that Congress could not disarm a state militia. 4. Housing of soldiers. Amendment 3 in USA Constitution. The Third Amendment guarantees the freedom to the citizens of the United States from billeting of the soldiers. This amendment grew directly out of an old complaint against the British, who had forced people to take soldiers into homes. 5. Search and arrest warrants. Amendment 4 in USA Constitution. The Fourth Amendment provides the people shall be immune from unreasonable searches and seizures without a search warrant. Seizures and searches can take place under very special circumstance, e.g., if someone is suspected of serious offense or someone is carrying on activities prejudicial to state security. This amendment does not forbid legal authorities to search, to seize goods, or to arrest people. It simply requires that in most cases the authorities obtain a search or arrest warrant from a judge by showing the need for it. Note, the SS Supreme Court has held that evidence obtained in violation of the Fourth Amendment may not be admitted in evidence in a criminal trial. 6. Rights in criminal cases. Amendment 5 in USA Constitution. A capital crime is one punishable by death. An infamous crime is one punishable by death or imprisonment. A grand jury is a special group of people selected to decide whether there is enough evidence against a person to hold a trial. The Fifth Amendment guarantees that no one has to stand trial for such a federal crime unless a grand jury has accused him. A person cannot be tried twice for the same offense by the same government, but he may be tried a second time if a jury cannot agree on a verdict, if a mistrial is declared for some other season, or if he requests a new trial. The amendment also guarantees that a person cannot be forced to testify against himself. The statement that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law expresses one of the most important rules of the Constitution. The phrase expresses the idea that a person's life, liberty, and property are not subject to the uncontrolled power of the government. The amendment also forbids the government to take a person's property for public without fair payment. 7. Right to a fair trial. Amendment 6 in USA Constitution. According to Sixth Amendment, all the person charged with criminal offenses shall be entitled to speedy and public trial. B. All the accused person shall be entitled to know the nature of charges leveled against them, and C. All the accused persons shall be entitled to get the assistance of counsel for their defense. S. A person accused of crime must have a prompt, public trial by an open-minded jury. The requirement for a speedy and public trial grew out of the fact that some political trials in England had been delayed for years and then were held in secret. Accused individuals must be informed of the charges against them and must be allowed to meet the witnesses against them face to face. Otherwise, innocent persons may be punished if a court allows the testimony of unknown witnesses to be used as evidence. This amendment guarantees that individuals on trial can face and cross-examine those who have accused them. They may be able to show that their accusers lied or made a mistake. Finally, accused person must have a lawyer to defend them if they want one. Note, if a criminal defendant is unable to afford a lawyer, the Supreme Court has held that one must be appointed to represent the accused individual. 8. Right in civil cases. Amendment 7 in USA Constitution. The Seventh Amendment provides a right to trial by jury for lawsuits involving anything valued at more than $20. The framers of the Constitution considered the right to jury trial extremely important. In the Sixth Amendment, they provided for jury trials in criminal cases. In the Seventh Amendment, they provided for such trials in civil suits where the amount contested exceeds $20. Note, the amendment applies only to federal courts, but most state constitutions also call for jury trials in civil cases. 9. Bails, fines, and punishments. Amendment 8 in USA Constitution. The Eighth Amendment forbids setting of excessive bail for persons involved in criminal offense. It also prohibits the levy of excessive fines and cruel punishment. The U.S. Supreme Court also held that bail, fines, and punishments must be fair and human. 10. Rights retained by the people. Amendment 9 in USA Constitution. The Ninth Amendment provides that the rights not mentioned in the Constitution shall continue to be enjoyed by the people. Some people feared that the listing of some right in the Bill of Rights would be interpreted to mean that other rights not listed were not protected. This amendment was adopted to prevent such an interpretation. 11. Powers retained by states and the people. Amendment 10 in USA Constitution. The 10th Amendment was adopted to reassure people that the national government would not swallow up the states. It confirms that the states or the people retain all powers not given to the national government, e.g., the states have authority over such matters as marriage and divorce. But the Constitution says that the federal government can make any law necessary and proper to carry out its specific powers. This rule makes it hard to determine the exact rights of states.